Hello and welcome to Through the Lens, Diary of a Kanakuk Videographer. Today I'm going to be telling you about the wacky parties and awesome activities that I filmed during my time at Kanakuk K1 in the summer of 2016. There's a lot of activities at Kanakuk that challenge campers to stretch themselves and face their fears. Things like zip line or party barn, things like these allow campers to face their fears and try to improve themselves. Sadly, most of the cameras we were working with at camp were not waterproof, and a lot of the activities that I had to film were around water. So there was a challenge to get these activities without getting the camera wet. In a way though, that kind of made the experience a lot more thrilling, because I would be holding the camera over the water as they are tubing, or as they're going down a water slide, having to pull the camera out of the way just in the nick of time before it got splashed. Party barn was my favorite thing to film at camp. It was exciting, it was dangerous, it was fun to see the kids dancing and laughing, and they all wanted to be the one who was filmed, and they all wanted to be in there. It was also the hardest thing to film because the kids would be throwing the colored balls at me and they would constantly hit the camera. If I ever wanted to go on the barn swing, I'd have to hold the barn swing with one hand and hold the camera with the other. So that was a big challenge, but it really stretched myself as a videographer and allowed me to become more comfortable with using the hardware I had at my disposal. Parties at camp were exciting. We're known around the world for our parties. Some of the themes included Party Rocka with Chewbacca, Ready Set Glow, Race to Rio, and Red, White, and Boom. Parties at camp consist of an entire day that is set apart from the schedule. All the kids get dressed up in costumes related to the themes, so it was really fun watching kids come as stormtroopers or dressed in all America attire. Parties were a step away from the conventional day of shooting. There isn't really a schedule that you have to follow. You mostly just go where the activities are. Sometimes this was easy, sometimes this was really hard, because a lot of the activities took place in all parts of the camp at once, so you had to really pace yourself. And a lot of the groups rotated, so I had to make sure that I wasn't getting the same campers doing the different activities all at once. The staff would put on plays and skits for the kids, and once I became more integrated into the camp, once they started to recognize me around there, they would help me out by telling me where I needed to be or what I should film, and they would wait for me if I wanted to film something. It was really challenging to try to condense an entire day of partying into 1-minute sections, but it was a really stretching thing. It really taught me how to manage my time well. And I'd say that parties were really what taught me at camp not to overshoot, because you're likely only going to include a few seconds of each activity in every turn video, so get your shot and get out. I would really encourage anyone who has an interest in shooting video to go to camp and work as a videographer, because it challenges you from a time management standpoint, from a knowing your hardware standpoint. You really need to get familiar with your camera. If it's not burned into your hand exactly where to go, you're probably going to miss a shot, and you'll feel the sting of, oh, I could have got that shot if I was just more ready, very quickly. Advice for new videographers, as I previously talked about, don't overshoot. Overshooting is really tempting. It's tempting to want to get 30 minutes of one activity, and then you realize I've got about 14 seconds to put this in the video. So be careful to get your shot. If you find a shot you really like, then just be content with that shot and don't worry about getting a million others. Thank you guys so much for watching this series. It's been awesome reminiscing on the memories of shooting video at Kanakuk K1. I hope you enjoyed listening to my experiences as much as I enjoyed sharing them. Thanks for watching.